Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cree and today I want to talk about the College Board and how to actually navigate through that website and some of the helpful sources and links that they have on their site. So let's jump right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is just what the College Board is. The College Board is where you go to sign up for your SAT, your PSAT, AP tests, things like that, but it also has a lot of other helpful resources. Now, College Board, as I said, all of your AP tests and SAT tests like that, they're going to go through here. Those can be pretty expensive. And so I was like, you know what, the College Board, I feel like I'm paying them, so I want to see what other resources they have. I do not like to waste money, so this is why I was like, okay, let me see what they have to offer. And they actually had a lot of helpful resources, free stuff for students that weren't like necessarily attached to your AP or SAT scores, anything like that. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Big Future, College Search, Opportunity Scholarships, like this whole section right here. This is a really important section. Now, when you log into the College Board, it is going to look like this. So the first place I would actually go if you are a senior in high school is to build your college list. Or, I mean, you don't have to be a senior, but that's the first place I would go, especially if I was a senior. I'm going to sign in quickly. Okay, so here we are. This is going to be part of the College Board Big Future section. So I already have tons of colleges on my list, and so you can add any college you want that they have on their list, and it's going to give you a good synopsis of it. Now, the other website that I think is really good for this, and I mentioned it in my last video, was the College Scorecard, or collegescorecard.ed.gov. That is another really helpful website with the most up-to-date information about colleges. But this College Search, and actually they've updated it since the last time I've used it, but you can easily search a college by name. So if you already know where you want to go, and I'm just gonna say Stanford. That was what, okay, yeah, there it is. All right, so I'm just gonna add Stanford to my list. So it's gonna take you to another page and show you a synopsis of Stanford or whatever college that you have chosen. It's going to give you an overview of the school and some information, background information about it. So you can choose schools based on location, major, type, and campus life. And so that's just going to make stuff a lot more simple and easy for you, especially if you're not sure where you want to go. You can just click in your major. I want to study political science, so I'm going to put that as my major. And you can put multiple ones, it looks like. And then it's going to bring up some of the colleges that have the best reputation or the best programs for that major. So it's super easy. Let's just say, okay, you're interested in going to University of Pennsylvania. You add it to your list, and it gives you all of this information: your SAT, what SAT score is most common, the average cost, and the graduation rate, stuff like that. So again, I can click on it, and it is going to take me to an overview of the school. But I can also go backwards. Oh yes, I can also do it this way. I can add to my list. And then when I go back to my list on here, you can see it's updated the number of schools that I have. And I go, there's Stanford, and University of Pennsylvania is down here. So it is in alphabetical order. So it just shows you all the colleges on your list. Now, what they used to have is it would show my SAT score and where I fit in based on the colleges that I was planning to apply to or that I had on my list. So that was also really helpful. There's probably still a way to do that. I'm just not sure exactly how. But this is a really good way to just put colleges side to side that you're interested in and say, okay, is this somewhere that I really want to go? And so you can have as many colleges as you want on that list. All you have to do is research and add it. The next thing I wanted to talk about was opportunity scholarships, or just scholarships in general with the College Board. So as you can see, it already has something. As soon as I click on it, it shows some of the winner stories, and I would just click straight on scholarships. It's going to take you down there, and they're going to have some ways for you to earn some money or be eligible to earn some money. So that's a big thing. You will be eligible. It's not guaranteed that you'll win, but I would still recommend doing it because the stuff that they have listed is stuff that you're gonna need to do anyway. So you're going to need to build your college list, practice for the SAT. Now, if you're taking the ACT, then this is something that you probably can't do, but you won't need the College Board necessarily for that anyway. The next step is to improve your score. So that is by taking the SAT. So if you are planning to take that test, the SAT, then all of this stuff is stuff that you're going to have to do already. So you may as well just do this, complete the FAFSA, strengthen your college list, basically add colleges or make sure you have colleges in each category: safety, match, and reach. And so that is, if you remember, if you watched my other video about my organizing for college, I had information on how I organized all of my colleges, and I had them separated into safety, match, and reach schools. I decided that they were in the category that they were in based on whatever College Board had told me. And then the last step is to apply for colleges, and once you do all this, then you will be eligible to win a $40,000 scholarship. So that is just a good bonus. And so since you have to do all of that stuff anyway, you may as well make sure you keep it updated in the College Board. As a side note, I would recommend using Khan Academy. Now, this is also what College Board suggests. So as you can see, it says use official SAT practice on Khan Academy. I had this huge SAT book that had 8 practice tests in it. And so I was thinking like, okay, well, I can practice with the book and then practice online. Well, the book and the tests that they had, the practice tests that they had online, were the same thing. So that's why I was like, well, you only really need one or the other. So if you can't afford a book or you don't want to go out and buy a book, then I would just recommend using Khan Academy. Now, if you prefer hardcover or you prefer like physically writing stuff down, then you can go out and get the book. I think it was like $30 at Barnes & Noble. I can't remember, but that is one option. Now, the other little practice sections are all going to be different. So it's going to, when you sync your College Board with Khan Academy, it'll tell you all of the scores that you earned on your actual SAT and then scores that you got on practice tests. So it will recommend what you should practice, and they said I should practice reading for today, but I'm not going to be doing any more SAT practice, but that's what they recommended for today. And so they're going to recommend different stuff for you. So you can go in here, I'll go back just to explain it, but you're going to have a practice schedule on the side, or it's going to ask you to set up a practice schedule. Now, when you do connect your College Board to Khan Academy, then not only is it going to show your test scores, but it is also going to show what areas you missed, and it's going to start recommending questions that were similar to the questions that you missed. So that's why I think it's a good idea to link the accounts or link the websites, because that helps me out, because they were recommending stuff that I wasn't as strong in, and so I kind of had to practice it. So what you want to do is you want to say when your test date is. So I'm just going to say it's Saturday, June 4th next year. And so my email, but it'll send you reminders unless you opt out. So it says, practice test. It's going to show you when you need to take your practice test. It's going to break down how long you have until you take your test and how many hours a day you need to take it, or how much time you need to spend practicing. So of course I've taken all the tests, but it is going to show you, except for practice test number 9, who knew, but it's going to tell you what tests you need to take, and so it's going to take you through all the practice tests. And so you can set the first date, so you can say, okay, well, I want to practice for a week, and then I'm going to take the first practice test, or I'm going to practice for a month and then I'll take the first practice test, and then another 2 weeks and I'll take the next one. So you can just choose it based on that. So I'll just say I'm going to take it Saturday, August 7th, or when Yeah, Saturday. Okay, at 8 a.m. And so they're gonna ask you how long do you want to practice, you know, how many days, which days of the week. And so you can set all of this to your liking. So you can say, well, I'm not free on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but I've got more time on these days, and I don't do well studying for long periods of time, so I'm only gonna do 30 minutes. And so it's gonna ask you when you want to send a reminder. So all of this stuff. So it's just creating your schedule, as it says. So you can create it, and then they're going to give you a tailored schedule for you. So it's going to send you a reminder every day that you're supposed to practice. So I said Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I should be practicing. So they're going to say the goal is to do 20 questions or 30 minutes of work each day. That is more of a side note. That's how a great way to practice for your SAT. That's the method that I used, and it was helpful for me. I ended up raising my score, I think, like 50 points from the first time I had taken, or not the first time, but the last time I took my SAT. So that is really important. I just wanted to go through that so that y'all know, like, that is a good way to practice for that test if that's the one that you're taking. Now the next thing is a scholarship search. So they have got my whole information in here, but we're going to go show me scholarships. It's going to ask for certain things, or it might already have it with your account information, and you can match it in that way. So you can say scholarships that are open and coming soon, or you know, you can do it based on a category. So situation. So certain situations that either you're in or that, you know, could help you to earn a scholarship. Affiliations, things that you're affiliated with, interests, whatever, especially if you have like a unique interest, like, I don't know, is there some wildlife conservation? Well, the point is that you can apply it based on those things. So the best way, well, I won't say the best way because you can do anything, but the ones that they just give off based on me, just like nothing else. I haven't put any filters on, just my area and my name, my gender, all of those things. They took that information and they've listed these ones out right here. So that's why these aren't going to be super specific, because it's just like, well, they only have basic information about me, so it might not be specific to my major or to my interest or whatever it is, but it's just going to say, well, you live in this area and you are female, so these scholarships are great for you. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to go through that because I think those are some really important information, like really important links. I just wanted to go through that because I felt like those were some really important links and information within the College Board that kind of helped me a lot. I didn't use the scholarship one as much because either I didn't know it existed or just like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I just wasn't paying attention to that part. I did use another website for scholarships, and I'm actually going to go through that as like a little bonus feature for making it to the end of this video. It is called eScholarships or collegeguidancecounselors.com. So this is where I found a lot of my scholarships and ones that I applied to. It showed me exactly what I was going to need to do for the scholarship, write an essay. It showed me what major it was for, or like, well, this one specifically is science, so it's like, okay, well, I'm not a science major, so I don't need to apply to that one. But it's like if you're a bio major and you're like, okay, that's science, I'm an undergraduate or I'm a graduate, I can use this. It's $1,500. It's going to take you to the website, and so it's going to show you the criteria on that website, like what you're going to need to do for this scholarship and what type of essay you're going to have to write, things like that. So each website is going to be different because this is just really like a compilation. It's like a whole compiling of all of these scholarships that are available. So just be sure to check out this website because you can find a lot of different scholarships to apply to. They have tons of different websites listed on here, so I would be sure to look at this. This is a thing, this website was suggested, recommended to me through my high school, and so they just had it on their website and was like, go check out this website and use this login. But now the login isn't even necessary, so now anyone can use it. So this is definitely where I would recommend going, so be sure to check on that. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully y'all found this video helpful. I tried to list out in the best way that I could all of the helpful information that I used through the College Board and some new stuff that I found through the College Board and some other websites like eScholarships and College Scorecard. So be sure to check those sites out. Khan Academy also is great for SAT practice, so be sure to go ahead and look into those because that's going to be really helpful when the time comes. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and I'll see y'all in the next video.